What's going on, guys? We're back. I'm with Jesse. We're playing Dr. Muto. It's full blind, and I got a new cheat. This one's gonna be
I got a shiny new body. It says no body can, no body, but I got a shiny new body.
A shiny new body.
Something like that. I don't remember how it goes.
So actually, while I was finding these cheat codes, it's actually pretty awesome because we were worried about missing like Terra and stuff like that, right? But the thing is, there are actually cheats in this game to actually get all of the Terra and stuff if we don't have enough to get the perfect ending at the end of the game, which likely we won't if we keep playing the way we are. But if we don't, we can just cheat it and get whatever we want. Disturbing. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So I might be dead. Okay, I have to turn into something. I'm gonna jump back out, and I should have a shiny new body. What in the hell?
I can't see it.
Oh!
You even have boobs.
What is this, a Goldilocks costume?
I guess so.
I mean, it did say it was going to be disturbing. You know what, I'm going to die anyway. I kind of want that single isotope. Where the hell are we? Oh, I see.
Remember you fell down off the platforming.
Yeah, I did. I'm going to quickly kill myself here. Just because, I mean, it's going to spawn me up top anyway. Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes. So while you were gone, guys, you missed I showed Jesse the Blackmore fight. And as always, in standard watching someone else play a video game you have a hard time with fashion,
no, it doesn't take a hit and killed him in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. It took him 2 minutes to beat this boss I spent months on. And he did it so effortlessly it made me look like a total punk.
Yeah.
So that's always the case, though. I remember a while back, I can't remember what boss I was trying to show off. Because you know what it was? It was the final boss of Killzone 2. And I personally find that boss to be quite difficult, right? What's his name? Colonel Volk? Is that his name?
Know.
I can't remember. The point is, I personally thought he was quite hard, right? Took me like, I had to go pick up other guns, like, I just didn't have the ammo. I wasn't capable of beating him, like, effortlessly, right?
Yeah.
And here, I was watching, I was like, oh, you should check out this boss, right? With, I think it was Nate. And, yeah, I'm like, have you seen this boss? He's so crazy. And, Nate also had a hard time with this boss. And then when I pulled up the boss itself, this guy was just, like, just clipping him with headshots every, like, second of the way, you know? Just effortlessly just destroying this boss. And I'm like, whatever, I know he's hard, you know?
Yeah.
Well, that's it in a nutshell, though, because, you know, like, you're only human. But some of these people, like, some of these gamers are more than human.
Yeah.
You know, we've all been there where we're like, you're stuck on something. Oh, I have actually a story about this myself. Jesse, do you remember when you were playing, what was it? You were playing Fire Emblem on Wii.
Yeah.
And you were stuck on this boss forever and ever and ever.
It wasn't
right?
a boss, it was the one where you're the Dark Knight, and you're invincible and you kill everything in one hit, but you have to keep Micaiah from dying. But enemies will come out of the darkness, remember?
Oh, yeah.
In the fog, yeah.
That's right. So, yeah.
And I was like, I told Trevor, I was like, just try it, it's so hard. You're invincible and you kill everything in one hit, and you just did it first try.
I did on my very first try.
And you never even played the game before.
I never played it before in my life. I'm not even good at Fire Emblem games. But I beat this stage on my very first try, like it was effortless, right?
I still haven't beaten Fire Emblem Wii just because it's super hard.
Yeah,
I'm probably gonna start it over and just use a guide.
I don't even know if this is what I'm supposed to be doing, but no, apparently not. What's the point of the pocket rocket? Is it just to kill DOAs?
There's gotta be something you're shooting here.
Oh gosh, the boobs.
Eh.
Anyway, I'll just take it with me, I guess. It'll break.
Well, I guess I could use it for something. I'll just take it with me. Farewell, knucklehead. Not if I can help it. Ah! What was that all about? What did you do to my emerald?
Oh my gosh. It's okay, it's alright. I just fell. So anyway, yeah, Jesse was telling me, he goes, here, just try it. And I kept, like, turning the controller down, and I was like, I'm not very good at these games. And Jesse was like, just give it a go. So I pick up the controller, and I swear to goodness, on my very, very first try, and you were just like, oh, make me look bad, why don't you? And I was like, I'm not trying to, it just sort of worked out that way.
Well, like, again, I tried all sorts of stuff. Even online, the guide basically was just like, just keep her away from it. Keep her behind you, and it's easy. And I'm like, But then the enemy will come out from behind and then throw a spear from 4 blocks away and just kill her in one hit.
Yeah.
And the knight can't do anything about that because you have to be right in front of them.
Yeah, it's not a capable...
But then when Trevor did it, no one came out from behind and threw a spear at her like it did to me every time.
The game I was in the game's favor. Jesse was nuts.
Yeah.
So I didn't cheat. I just used the game, I guess.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, Jesse was free after that point to, complete the game.
Which I didn't. I'm still in the next mission after. Like I said, I'm probably going to restart and just use a guide, because clearly, I probably definitely screwed up my stats or
fine.
something.
Like I always say, though, like, I think some games, actually, you do benefit from having a game guide. And I tell every poor soul who decides to play Dark Souls, I'm like, whenever they're like, oh yeah, I'm about to start Dark Souls, and I'm like, don't be a hero, use a guide. I kind of want to play it on my own. Don't be a hero, use a guide. There's no shame in it. Everybody needs a little help. It's not like the guides. Friggin' dogs!
Yeah, I remember, because when you first started Dark Souls, you did use the guide, and you hated it. You straight up told me, you're like, the game isn't fair. It's so cheap, and I hate every death. This game is not hard for the fact that it's hard.
I didn't say I hate every death.
No, you didn't say that, but you said the game's not hard, it's just cheap hard. But then when you, like, looked up a guide and built the proper character...
I didn't understand what I was doing
Suddenly you're like,
wrong.
now I get why the game is so good, and it's not cheap hard, you know?
The thing is, the game does something...
It gives you a bunch of stats that are kind of worthless.
Exactly, and I didn't understand what my stats were doing, because, like, in the game...
Because I think you said you kept putting your strength up.
I kept putting it into strength, because I was like, okay, so I'm gonna be playing a guy who I want to use big swords,
and you want to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, so I kept putting into strength, and the game says to you, I don't know if this has ever been updated or whatnot, but it says something under strength. It says something to the effect of strength affects your ability to carry heavy equipment or something like that.
Yeah.
So I thought that what that meant was that I just turned on. Oh, there's 3 of them. What I assumed that meant was that I had to use strength. Oh, okay. Okay, sweet. Yeah, I thought what that meant is I had to use strength.
They're jiggling, by the way.
Oh, don't say that.
I thought at least it looked like it.
Okay, hold on a sec. Let me just quickly read this. I'm gonna listen to Al just in case I'm missing anything in this area, and then I'm gonna bounce.
There are 3 analog knobs that regulate the turbine so that it doesn't spin too fast. Dial them up to bust the turbine.
Okay, well, that's it. I think we're completely done in this area, I think.
Alright.
There's probably more to do, but I mean, like, I think we're good. Because we got the thing on, like, there was the whole purpose for us coming down here is complete now. So the next area we need to go to is that laser grid interior area, because we lowered some of those laser grids. So it should be open to us. Anyway, yeah, it says the strength stat says something about carrying equipment. So I kept putting it up, and I couldn't change my armor. I couldn't change my weapons. I was pretty much running around in rags, trying to, like, use, right? Yeah. Like, trying to use this equipment, and it would just be like, I'm like, well, my strength stat is level, like, 47, right?
Yeah.
I can't put it, like, I'm not even putting it into health anymore, because that doesn't make any sense. Because if I still can't carry equipment, and I'm like, what does this game even want from me, right? Like, what does Dark Souls want? And then I found out it's not the strength stat that helps you carry more stuff. Your strength stat is solely based on damage with particular weapons, right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, the game told me I needed it for carrying heavy equipment or something like that. Anyway, the point is, I found this guide, and it was an entire playthrough guide, okay? The whole guide literally said, step 1.
Outtake valves open, draining goo level.
Sweet.
Intake pressure up, raising water level. Danger. The main
So now I can probably...
is now
Thanks for that camera angle. Would have been hit if I hadn't immediately assumed you were going to hit me. Which I was right to worry. Anyway, so, I read this guide, and this guide was awesome. I wish I could figure out what the guide was. I think it was on the wiki.
Yeah.
Because on the wiki they have builds, right?
Yeah.
And it wasn't... Okay, I want to specify this was barely a build, right? Like I said, it was like 6 steps, right? And it was like, step 1, you're going to beat the tutorial, right?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Step 2, you're gonna find a very particular piece of equipment, and this is the piece of equipment, right? It's actually, to this day, it's the same sword I use in every single Dark Souls game, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, you're gonna use this particular sword. This is your weapon the rest of the game.
Excellent, Doctor.
Oh.
You found the remote turret.
Okay.
Now, if you can hit all,
All
8
8 targets
the
before time expires.
you can check off
Gosh,
another
this sounds
mission.
already awful.
Is it those?
Oh, it is those, probably.
Oh, I thought I was asking about the DOAs, but I guess now that those things appeared. There's 8 of them. So you got, what? There's one above it, dude.
Where?
To the right of that DOA.
Oh, I think they're popping up as I'm shooting them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's... Okay, good. Come on. Hit it. There we go. I can 100% do this on my first try. Now that I know what I'm doing. So anyway, yeah, I wish I could find this guide. It was just literally an equipment build guide, right? Like, it was so straightforward. It was just exactly what I needed to do to essentially complete a very hard game. Like I said, one day maybe I'll teach Jesse how to play Dark Souls, just because it was such a fun game for me, right? And it's such a fun game. Oh, sweet. That was pretty straightforward, actually. That wasn't that bad. It's such a fun game for me that I love so dearly, and I'm not one of those elitist snobs who's like, oh, Dark Souls is, everything. We gotta play Dark Souls. Dark Souls is like the only good video. No, I don't believe that. I just think it's a fun video game that everyone needs to
There is something legitimate that people complain they suffer from. It's called Dark Souls fatigue. It's after you finish Dark Souls that you're never going to find a game as good as it ever again, that everything else just seems so dull and uninspired and boring afterward.
Well, it's because Dark Souls does something cool.
I know it's because it's like excilegarating to finally beat that boss from your own skill.
It's not about exhilaration. It's just because there's so much... Oh.
But I mean, I get it, but it's kind of... when I read those, I just have to shake my head and goes, I think you guys are just buying into it a bit too hard. I get that maybe, like, they don't give you that same excitement, but there's plenty of hard games if you want another challenge.
It's not about... I don't think it's about difficulty, man. I think it's more about the world in Dark Souls is so cool
I get
explore.
it, but I still think it's a bit of the elitist thing to claim.
Yeah. I do think that people need to chill out with the Dark Souls thing. Like, I found this video.
The Cuphead is the platforming of Dark Souls, and I'm like, no, I've played platformers on the NES,
no.
all of them are harder than Cuphead and Dark Souls.
So it's worth mentioning, there's this Dark Souls lore YouTube channel. I wish I could tell you guys what it was, because I feel bad about talking about other people's YouTube channels. Oh, I'm gonna die. Especially if I don't know what they are, because... Anyway, it's the most popular Dark Souls lore channel. Like, don't look up Vatty something, right? Anyway, the point is, he had this video, and it was the top 10 Dark Souls-like video games. Or, I can't remember what the video is called, but he's talking about how ridiculous it is in video games these days that everything is called Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Right? So he has a top 10 list of Dark Souls-like video games in this year. And it's not like he's saying that these games are anything like Dark Souls. He's just got, like, a list of it. So it's like to describe Cuphead like the Dark Souls of platformers. That's retarded. Cuphead is nothing like Dark Souls. Cuphead is a 3D boss simulator, a 2D platform boss rush. That's pretty much the entirety of the game, right? Every stage is just kind of a boss, and you beat.
Well, that's why when I told you I was playing Rondo of Blood, I said it's like the Dark Souls of Cuphead.
It's something that I actually do have a lot of hatred for. Because I don't feel
like basically every game's difficulty is measured against Dark Souls.
Yeah, it's also unnecessary because to say like, oh man, like Castlevania, like the new Castlevania is like it's like the Dark Souls of Castlevania.
You know what game used to be the Dark Souls that everything was compared to? Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, that's fair. Everything would be the Ninja Gaiden of this and Ninja Gaiden of that.
I'm sure when Dark Souls came out, it was like it's like as hard or as harder than Ninja Gaiden.
I love Ninja Gaiden. Oh my gosh. Yeah, remember when I gave you that, or told you to play that game?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, Jesse, you have to play Ninja Gaiden, it's awesome. And I just remember you called me later that week, and you were just like, so I just started playing Ninja Gaiden? It's awesome!
I just wish I could remember what my weapons were.
Lunar Staff, probably?
No, that was what you liked.
No, man, I'm the Eclipse Scythe all the way.
Oh, I just used whatever I could like. I'd have to play the game again. Problem is that there was way too many of those stupid like big bosses that do the same thing over and over
Yeah,
again.
yeah. Oh, you're talking about like the
Statue of Liberty. Yeah, there was like 4 of those in that
game. The Buddha statue does.
Yeah, there was like
too.
so many of those in the game, by the time, and I hate them because they were all hard.
Yeah, they're all really tough.
And they're boring though because they're all the same, just reskinned.
Yeah, you hated those guys. You hated those
Well,
guys.
I didn't hate the first one I fought. I hated it by the time I got to the 3rd one.
Do you remember when we tried to give Nate, like, on normal difficulty, we gave him Ninja Gaiden? Like, no BS. Like, just, like, straight up, straight shooter. Just gave Nate, like... Crap, I don't remember how long we've been playing.
Oh, whatever. Not that long.
No, it doesn't feel like we've been playing that long. Anyway, so we gave Nate Ninja Gaiden, and there was no, like, cheats or anything like that. We just, like, started playing, and he couldn't beat the tutorial boss. He got stuck on the tutorial boss, and we were just like, it's not that, you know, ooh. Like, because the first boss isn't that hard, right? Like, the game wants you to win. But, he's just not very good at it.
Yeah.
But man, Ninja Gaiden, that game makes you feel amazing. When you just start wrecking dudes in Ninja Gaiden, you feel like the king of that game. That's okay, I needed to die anyway. I got what I got. I got what I needed. I think we're at the boss probably, to be honest.
Probably.
I think. You remember when we walked into this area and we were like, we gotta be done Aquium?
Yeah.
We're like, we gotta be at the end of it. Oh cool, that's a really great isotope. And there's one above it too.
Yeah.
Awesome. We're like happy with those. Yeah, we were like, oh, we gotta be almost done. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden's the bomb though. Jeez, that game is so cool.
You know what though? Because after I actually beat, when I beat Rondo Blundus Maria, you get the joke ending, right?
Yeah.
And then it gives you like the, I didn't get the good ending either, because like I didn't rescue all the people. I only rescued like Richter's girlfriend and Maria herself, right? I couldn't find anyone else. So I was like, well, I guess I gotta do it as Richter now, right? So I switched over to Richter, and then it's just like, oh, since you've already beaten the game here, and it just put me in front of Dracula. I mean, I tried him once just to see, and I got my ass kicked. So I was like, you know what? I'll just go. I was like, I'm not gonna do this. This is kind of cheating, right? I mean, I got here legitimately, but I'm gonna do the game over all the way as Richter. So I did that. I got up to level 4. That's the last I played as Richter.
Richter! Okay, so
But yeah, it's just like, oh, here, continue the game as Richter. Okay, here. Yeah, since you're on the final stage here, put you at the bottom of the stairs. There's Dracula. Go.
There's Dracula. Get him! What?
So I'll beat it as Richter, but like, I did it!
Oh, man.
I still count the game as beat, because like I said, I did beat it.
What you needed
I mean,
to
if you
do.
beat a game on easy mode, you still beat the game,
Okay,
right?
so there's teleporters now.
Oh, God.
Well, I'm on the boss, I think.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like Halo, right? If you beat Halo on easy, it's like, well, you still beat Halo.
Yeah. Okay, boss fight, everybody. We're doing this.
Oh, God. It's going to be really hard. Is this the second world?
Yep, second world.
So this is the second boss only.
Yeah, second.
Okay, I was gonna say, what was the previous boss? Because
You did him. It was Vinny.
you beat him though.
No, you did it.
I did a lot of it, but you beat him.
I don't remember doing that.
I'm pretty sure you're the one who beat him.
Oh gosh, that's so uncomfortable in this outfit. I mean, I did. User change.
No, I thought there was a boss after him. That's why I questioned it, because I was like, I don't remember it.
Okay, so this is gonna be the real boss. This is. Oh, is this gonna? All right, they're gonna make us watch this every single time, guarantee it. Crap. This is gonna suck, dude. The Vinny sucked. Do you remember how bad it was?
Yeah.
Although on the upside, it doesn't look like I'm gonna have to change to like out of this.
That might be a good thing or a very bad thing.
Yeah, it could be either awful or.
My favorite is when the animation for changing took.
What? Oh, it's female.
Is it? Are we sure?
I assume so, man. I don't know.
You assume? Did you just assume that mermaid's gender?
I don't know.
Whatever.
Okay, what do I do?
Well, I guess
I
you gotta
have to
chase
find
her.
her. Yeah. And she had like a spot on her back that I could hit, so she's over there. Let's just zip over there and see if I can hit it. Okay, where is it? Shoot. Okay. Seems pretty straightforward. Should I follow it? Do I move? What do I do here? Oh, do I shoot her? Oh, she was out. Oh, she inked me.
Oh, I was like, holy crap! There's no way you can fight it without this. This is impossible if you stuck like this.
Oh crap! 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 Crap!
No, I mean that's straight up impossible. Look how dark that is. Okay, good.
It gets better. I think I just got inked.
Oh, I was gonna say because if she turned off the lights, that's
Yeah,
impossible.
So I assume I just have to follow her and then just shoot her weak
Can you
spot.
imagine if you didn't have a fish power up that had limited air and you had to find bubbles while doing this?
Yeah, no kidding, right? And it's gonna be annoying. I can already feel it though. If anything, just for the turdy piranhas that are following me. If I just follow her, can I double up? I wonder. It looks like it. I don't see why I can't.
Well, you probably
I
can,
hit
but
her.
you just have to deal with the.
Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. Got her. For sure, I got her there.
You did.
This is gonna be awful. Can already feel this is awful, you know? I'm sure if I kill the dudes as I pass by, like if I make runs, you know? I could probably even score a few health containers here. Crap.
Or you can lose a few.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or I can take hits. Whatever makes me happy. Oh, crap! Okay, so now she can do that, apparently. Gosh! There. Half health, I guess. Little victories, right? Can't see what I'm doing! In serious mode! Boss is very unintuitive.
Yeah.
Compared to Vinny, you know? Like, Vinny was a lot more impressive as far as boss fights go.
There's not even any music. I can't even hear any.
There's not even a lot going on here. And even her voice, like the way she's like, like, well, who designed this thing? I'm like, that's it. Because Vinny was more, like, active in the fight, right? I
Yeah.
feel like I'm literally, you know what this feels like? It feels like I'm completing an objective.
Yeah.
I don't watch the vlogs, though. It's pretty... Yowza! Look, bloom on my eyes. Okay. That's not actually that bad. It's just gonna take, like... Oh, wait. Okay, I should probably stop. I don't even know where this video is anymore. But, okay, guys. Join us in the next part. We're gonna beat this thing probably. I don't imagine it's gonna take us a lot of tries.
But you gotta change your.
Yeah,
Well, I guess
it doesn't really matter for the next part.
Yeah.
So anyway, thanks for watching. Join us in the next part where we beat this boss. Later, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.